Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Cosmic Culture, the channel where we talk all things major movie and television news, theories, breakdowns, and much, much more. I'm your host, Chris, and today we have a little bit of a treat for Multiverse of Madness, the Doctor Strange sequel, which came out a few months ago, but now has released an over a minute long blooper reel. Now, this is a little different than deleted scenes. It's the cast, the team, the crew, being normal people, trying to get into character, sometimes making mistakes, laughing about it, sometimes the set is interfering, or for whatever reason the shot wasn't taken correctly. So if you have never seen a blooper reel, you're going to enjoy this one. I'll play here in just a second. We're also going to talk about the release of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness on Disney Plus, and the super cool information that comes when a new Marvel project releases to that platform. So we're going to be talking about that, deleted scenes to be coming out on the Blu-ray, and many others after this blooper reel. Enjoy.
My fly's undone. Oh, okay.
I can't get up.
Bob, if you use this in this film, it's over.
Set. Okay, ready? Yes. We're done.
Wanda, that's your kiss.
Whee! I'm coming to get you.
Right.
Steady.
No, I'm stuck.
Nailed it.
Bye.
See you.
Bye. Bye.
If you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel and turning on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our other daily uploads happening here on the channel. We talk Marvel, Star Wars, DC, Harry Potter, all sorts of pop culture and viral video news. You can also check me out on my other socials, Instagram at Chris M. Rosser and Twitter at TheCultureChris. Check those out in the description down below. Now, I know you guys are not idiots and you're capable of seeing a video and seeing what's happening there, but it is fun to watch these bloopers to see that, normal people and actors who are very serious. Elizabeth Olsen was so serious throughout the entire movie, Multiverse of Madness, and then you get to see her smile and laugh in costume, in character, and it's a lot of fun as well to have those added details in the background. You can obviously see a few of them were struggling with the leaves that kept blowing up in their face during the one scene where they were at Tamarkaj, and they were sitting there holding each other up and the leaves blowing in their face. And I think we see a lot of dancing and a lot of goofing off, which really does reflect in a movie. If the cast and the crew are there having a good time with each other, that really does bleed into the movie and into the screen when the final product does come out. So that's something we get to see, and that's a lot of fun. But I also want to talk about what happens when Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness makes its way to Disney Plus, which, if you haven't heard, is actually happening June 22nd. So just around the corner, Disney Plus, you'll be able to watch Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness as many times as your little heart desires. And if for some reason you've been unable to see it yet and you have Disney Plus, you'll be able to watch it then, June 22nd. But even more importantly, well, maybe not more important, but equally interesting, you will be able to see where Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness falls in the chronological order of the MCU. Phase 4 has been rather scattered. This is something that is often seen as a complaint for most of the people coming out of the Infinity Saga. It just doesn't seem very connected. It's hard to tell when one series starts and when another begins, where the lines, what connects to what. Well, it is always helpful to get a little bit of an idea of chronological order. And it will also put for us not just where Doctor Strange was, but also pretty close to where Spider-Man No Way Home is, because on Disney Plus we do not have the Spider-Man films. We know Spider-Man Far From Home and Spider-Man No Way Home happened right next to each other, but we don't know exactly where in the timeline they fit because they aren't on Disney Plus because Sony owns it and not Disney. Well, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness happens a short amount of time after No Way Home, so we'll be able to get a little gauge with that. Now, the projects are jumping all over the place as to their actual release date. We're seeing that when projects are coming out isn't necessarily representing the chronological order, which for the first three phases, for the most part, other than Captain America and Captain Marvel, which were projects that happened in the past, they all kind of happened in chronological order. It came to us as the events were happening. Well, you've seen with Loki, which is the first Phase 4 project, excluding Black Widow, which, although it is technically a Phase 4 project, I don't count as a Phase 4 project. But excluding Black Widow, they've not jumped into the past, they're just not very evenly set. Loki happens first, and then you see WandaVision, and many others coming in order after that. Why do I care about the chronological order of the MCU? Well, because the big issue people are having with Phase 4 is where everything fits. There haven't been a lot of connections, which personally I'm enjoying projects like, for example, Moon Knight, which the only connection it's had to the MCU other than the Marvel Studios logo being on the title of every single episode is the fact that they name dropped Madripoor. Other than that, there were no references, maybe an Easter egg or two that we missed or something that was there. There were a few Easter eggs to Thor and to New Asgard, which are really fun, and Thor Love and Thunder's coming out just around the corner, and we'll see maybe if we get any Moon Knight, although I highly doubt it. But overall, that movie was completely detached from the MCU. And then you have projects like Ms. Marvel that have a lot of references and a lot of Easter eggs, and although we haven't seen the whole thing yet, there haven't been any big cameos or connections or anything that really should lead us to believe, hey, this is coming on the horizon. Same with Hawkeye, same with WandaVision. When that was out, now we have Multiverse of Madness and we see that connection, but at the time we were kind of like, what is happening here? Falcon and the Winter Soldier, we haven't had those big connections. So a lot of complaints are happening around that. Getting the chronological order gives us a little bit of an understanding as to what it is we should be expecting. Where are we going? What's the plan? Can we get any ideas or clues? So it's just very fun for me as a YouTuber, as somebody who breaks down Marvel content, to have that little update and for it to be official on Disney+. Now we also need to talk about the Blu-ray, the DVD copies that come with a lot of extras and bonus features like this blooper reel that we just saw. That's coming out at the end of July. You can pre-order now, but you'll get your physical copy on July 26th, so a little over a month after the release of it on Disney+, which obviously they do push their own content, their own streaming platform. They want to have as many subscribers to Disney Plus as possible so that they can make money there. And honestly, Marvel is one of the biggest hitters that Disney has right now. I would argue making them more money than even Star Wars. So that makes perfect sense to me as well. I'm not completely surprised by that. But when you get the Blu-ray, I know a lot of people out there collect them and have dropped images in Discord of their big collection of all the Blu-rays. I know a lot of people will be excited to see that behind the scenes and deleted content. Now, they have teased a few of the scenes that we'll be getting, so if you haven't heard, we're going to be seeing one scene in particular where the press is questioning whether or not Doctor Strange did the right thing by giving Thanos the Time Stone. Although he claims there was no other way and that he saw all of the possible outcomes, people still question him, and we even did get a glimpse of that in the actual movie when the Doctor's saying maybe there was a better way. And people are skeptical. People lost a lot. The blip still does affect the MCU. And although we'll be excited to move past the blip and kind of see the new future of the MCU, which is going to be based around multiverse of madness, incursions, and stuff like that, it is always cool to remember where we came from and how Thanos really still has affected everybody on Earth and in the universe, I suppose. So that's one of the many deleted scenes you will be getting in that copy. And Disney Plus on June 22nd, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Let me know what you thought about this blooper reel in the comment section down below. As always, thank you to everybody who watched till the very end of the video. If you found it helpful, useful, entertaining, consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell. I'd be very, very grateful. We're almost at 60,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one right here on Cosmic Culture.